Welcome to Earthly Reads, a My Cup of Earth production. Underneath a giant tree, where the branches stretched towards the sky like giant arms, there was a secret world. It was a world hidden from human eyes. A world where creatures lived and played, and where magic was a part of everyday life. In this secret world, there lived a young rabbit named Rosie. Rosie was a curious and adventurous rabbit, with bright brown eyes and a fluffy white tail. She loved to explore and discover new things, and she spent most of her days hopping through the forest, searching for hidden treasures and making new friends. One day, while Rosie was out on an adventure, she stumbled upon a hidden path she had never seen before. The path was overgrown with vines and leaves, and it seemed to lead to a part of the forest that Rosie had never explored before. She hopped down the path, her heart beating with excitement, and her whiskers twitching with curiosity. As she walked, the path grew narrower and darker, until Rosie found herself standing in front of a large, ancient-looking door. The door was made of rough-hewn wood, and it was adorned with intricate carvings of leaves and vines. Rosie had never seen a door like this before, and she wondered what could be on the other side. She reached out a paw to touch the door, and as she did, it swung open with a creak. Rosie hesitated for a moment, wondering if she should go inside, but her curiosity got the better of her. She hopped through the doorway, and found herself in a beautiful, lush garden. The garden was filled with all sorts of flowers and trees, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of blooming lavender. Rosie wandered through the garden, marveling at the beauty of it all, and feeling like she had stumbled into a fairy tale. As she walked, she came across a small clearing, and in the center of the clearing stood an enormous tree. The tree was unlike any Rosie had ever seen before, with a trunk as wide as a house, and branches that reached up towards the sky like giant arms. The tree was covered in moss and vines, and it seemed to glow with a soft, magical light. Rosie approached the tree, feeling a sense of wonder and awe wash over her. She reached out a paw to touch the trunk, and as she did, a soft, gentle voice spoke to her. "Welcome, little one," the voice said. "I have been waiting for you. My name is Olwen, and I am the guardian of this forest. I have been watching you, and I have seen the kind of heart you have. You are a kind and curious rabbit, with a sense of wonder and adventure that is rare in this world." Rosie was taken aback by the talking tree, but she was also thrilled. She had never met a talking tree before, and she couldn't wait to learn more about Olwen and her magic. "I'm Rosie," she said, her voice trembling with excitement. "I've never seen a talking tree before. What kind of magic do you have?" Quote, Olwen chuckled, a deep, rumbling sound. "Ah, my dear Rosie," she said, "I have the magic of the forest. I can communicate with all of the creatures that live here. And I can make the flowers bloom and the trees grow. I can even make the moon shine bright in the sky." Rosie's eyes grew wide with wonder. "That's amazing," she exclaimed. "Can you show me some of your magic?" Quote, Olwen nodded, and with a wave of her branch, the flowers in the garden began to bloom. They burst forth in a riot of color, filling the air with their sweet scent. Rosie gasped in amazement, and she felt like she was in a dream. But Olwen wasn't done yet. She waved her branch again, and the trees in the garden began to grow. They stretched up towards the sky, their branches reaching out like giant arms. Rosie felt like she was in a fairy tale, and she couldn't believe what she was seeing. As the magic continued, Rosie felt a sense of wonder and awe wash over her. She had never seen anything like this before, and she felt like she was experiencing something truly special. But as the magic faded, Rosie realized that she had to leave. She said goodbye to Olwen, and thanked her for showing her the magic of the forest. Olwen smiled, and nodded her branch. "Remember, little one," she said, "the magic is always here, and it's always available to you. You just have to believe in it. And trust in yourself. Rosie nodded. And she hopped back through the doorway, feeling like she had been given a special gift. She knew that she would never forget her visit to Olwen. And she couldn't wait to share her story with her friends. As she made her way back through the forest, Rosie felt like she was walking on air. She felt like she had been given a glimpse of a magical world. And she couldn't wait to explore it further. She knew that she would always carry the magic of Olwen with her. And she would always believe in the power of her own imagination. And so, Rosie continued to explore the forest, always on the lookout for new adventures and new friends. She knew that she would never forget her visit to Olwen. And she couldn't wait to see what other magical surprises the forest had in store for her. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story. Let me know if you have any feedback or if you'd like to hear more stories about Rosie and her adventures in the forest. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.